Hey, yo, what's up? You know what it is? It's the one and the only Professor L live in the LAB, live on Team GRF TV. And I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks on. Yo, come on, get in the lab, y'all. Come on, get in here, dog, because we got to handle this business. Get them lab coats, make sure they nice and spiffy. Make sure you nice and sterile. And please, don't touch the L experience. We are still in litigation right now, trying to settle this out of court. I don't really think we should pay anybody, but you know, hey, that's what the universe wants to do. But regardless, the one and the only Triple the G.O.D, aka Professor L live in the LAB. I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks on, live on Team GRF TV one more time, just to let you know where it is you is. Asses in seats, eyes on the board. Uchu, Sentai, Kyuranger, Space.43, swear, all right, lucky on the holy night. And well, this was an episode of Kyuranger. A very predictable episode of Kyuranger. And I don't say it like that, but you watched this show and you knew this is how it was going down. You knew. Is that if you really didn't think Aslan was going to buy that, why did they make Lucky king of that planet? Like, why would they sit up here and kill this man multiple times, not to really kill him for real? Is that, I have to say this. They killed that man for character development. Like, Lucky needed to get over himself and understand that, yo, don't nothing last forever, blah, 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 whoop, 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 whoop. But it's the truth, though. It is the exact truth. Aslan needed to bite it so that Lucky could do what he did. It's like Lucky spent years of his existence thinking his daddy was dead. It don't really change much when you find your daddy and then he used the black old Q-Tama to sit up here and stop a planetarium bomb and killing himself. Does it really stop that in any way? Also, shout out to Madako. She made this episode wonderful to watch. You may be wondering why. For 2 seconds, I thought she was gonna get on the side of the Kyurangers and still get murdered by Dark Matter, that nigga. But it was still gonna go down. I really thought that she'd up here like, cause you going there like, well, you want to do what now? Oh man, then you got Birdman like, yo, he ain't tell you, cuz. He like, he gonna blow up everybody, including you. And then you thought, well, and then Donald Martin like, well, if you kill them, I'll spare you. Which is like, okay. And then she still gets murdered. But in the instance of getting murdered, she shot ink and lasers from her tit. So I'm satisfied. Perfectly satisfied. Just saying. Perfectly satisfied that you have served your purpose, Madako. Thank you for coming back as Metal with metal boobs and shooting things out of them. You've made my day, baby. Just wanted to put that out there. I'm skipping around a little bit because even with Aslan biting it, even with Madako no longer with us, and we don't know how long that's going to last, the thing in this episode, the thing I have been saying for months, you knew sipping on Cuervo was Don Omage, bro. You knew this. And then you got Birdman, like they come in the room like, where Don Omage at? Man, I don't know, cuz, man. He wasn't even here, bro. I swear to God, man. I came here to meet him, dog. He ain't even show up. He left me a note. It said, Dear Birdman, I ain't here. I'll see you later. Sincerely yours, Don Omage, a.k.a. Dark Matter, that nigga. And it's like, really? We in the end game and you want to keep secrets? Nah, Birdman. No, Birdman. That's not right. Not right at all. No. See, this is the time when you should be telling the squadron what it is they finna run into. I knew this was the case the whole time. It's the same reason I knew Aslan was alive. It's the same reason why a lot of things in this show is what it is. If you feature a thing more than it should be featured, we're going to do something with a thing. It was the same thing. It was the same thing with Professor Hakase. Actually, no. Let's not sit up here and let's not go back to the throwback days when Moo Moo Man was on the ranch with Malin. No, we're not gonna do that today. No. We're not gonna do that. Let's try this again. when they repeatedly featured and talked about Professor Anton, they had to do something with that to close that loop. And the thing they did, if you remember, it's two of them. So, one was good, one was bad, and the bad one's brain's been downloaded into a tube. And it's like, okay, fine, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this is what Kyuranger has been, is that Kyuranger, when I think about it, in the instance in which we're talking about this episode, is it wanted to be a show to have some mystery, but if you do what I do every single week and have been doing it for almost a year, because when the thing you do on the internet is watch a show, get on the microphone, talk about this show, my job is to sit up here and look at this episode the way nobody else does. Not for anything, mostly for my own dumb entertainment purposes, so I can get on the video and crack jokes, but more to try to sit up here and try to break down the episode for what it is, to see what it is that isn't visual, if you catch my drift. And if you don't, let me re-explain to you. To see the thing that ain't there, fool. That's what I do. Better than anybody in the business. That's why I'm Professor L. And I'm live in the LAB, live on Team GRF TV. And I am the one and the only triple to G.O.D. I've done that 3 times in this video. Because see, sometimes I'm like, I get it. The people on the internet have the attention span of a marmoset. And I don't even know the attention span of a marmoset, but I gotta assume that marmoset's attention span ain't jack diddly squat. I just gotta assume that. I was gonna go meerkat, you know what I'm saying? Because I learned some information. Like, how you don't know there was a Lion King 2, right? How do you don't know it's a Lion King 2? Lion King 2 got the best song in all of Lion King. Deception, disgrace, for shame. He asked for trouble the moment he came. See, I don't want to bless y'all. See, y'all ain't ready. See, y'all ain't ready for me to sit up here like, yo, that boy Triple can say, oh, I get down. This start right here, I put some work in. Look. Shout out to Queen Cottontail. Regardless, as I was saying before I start going dumpster, is my job is to analyze what it is that I'm watching. And again, like I said, because I get on these videos and clown, I have to analyze this from multiple angles. And the angle that I have been looking at this show from for quite a while is, what are y'all hitting towards? Because see, when I think about how I used to watch Sentai before I start doing what I do every week, I really was paying attention, but it was kind of like, well, I don't really need to pay attention to this because this is just for my own personal use. And every now and then I get on a website that, still technically exists and talk about it with like-minded folk. But it's different when you do it in this format, because you have to watch the show differently. And I will say this, though. For this, and what's that other show? Kamen Rider Build and Ruby and all those other shows that I sit up here and watch, the Arrowverse shows, all the stuff me and Jay do. Because I know I'm going to have a conversation, because technically this is what Triple the Guy speaks on, this is a conversation, is I have to understand and have a little more to talk about than there was a fight, there was another fight, oh, Birdman this, Ashland that, Madako's metal tits that shoot out, fog and laser beams, Q-Damagen, Merry and Christmas episode, right? Oh, Black Hawk Q-Dama, let me not forget that. Every video could be completely that. Every video that I do could be completely it could be that, but it's not. Because that's not what I want to put out. But regardless, okay, because I'm kind of sort of getting off track. But the point is, I have to watch this show differently than y'all watch it, right? Because when you get done watching the episode, a lot of y'all, the majority of y'all, don't go make a video about it. You know, I'm like, you may go to your message boards and whatever it is you do and discuss it with like-minded folks. And that's A-okay. And I'm not sitting there saying ain't nothing wrong with that. What I am saying is it's a little different when you have to sit there and you have to watch the episode like, yo, did you see that? Yo, did you see that? Yo, that's a good talking point. Yo, that's this. Yo, that's that. And it be what it be. But again, like I said, watching the episodes and knowing that I have to review stuff, it's like, especially when I did My Little Pony this year. Like, I had to watch a show I had been watching for the last 7 years in a way I never had to watch it before because I knew I was going to have to get on the mic and explain why it is I'm watching this show. What's important about this episode. Because for the very few people that absorb everything that I do, all the videos are just a little different. Like when it comes to Triple the Guy Speaks, and when it comes to like the more entertainment stuff and less skewed video game stuff, all the videos have a little different vibe or a little different. That's why when we do Kyuranger and why we do Build, we in a lab with it. Because, you know what I'm saying, it was just something that evolved from what I did with X8 and how we was in the synagogue. And that it just evolved from that. I'm like, I go stupid, retarded, dumb when Ruby Chibi's on, right? And when I review Ruby, it's like, I try to sit up here and I try to address, like, what it is that I learned from the episode versus what it was that I saw, right? And that's how it is. And I do not apologize that this has become a commentary on how I do what it is that I do. But it just got off to that. Because again, the episode, while it provided 23 some odd minutes of entertainment, was you knew this was gonna happen. Like the show has been sitting up here like nudge, nudge, wink, wink. No, let me punch you in the head, yo. This is what the thing is. This right here, in between selling these Q-Tamas and all these Megazords and everything that we gotta push on the children. This is what's happening. I probably still would have noticed the majority of this stuff if I was just watching it just to be watching it. It is what it is. You do what it is that you can with what you have to work with. It's all you can really do. All you can honestly do. The one thing I will say about this episode that I was pretty surprised about, given the show, not because see, I had a thought and then I thought about it for 2 seconds and then realized it. It's that I understand that even though that we this deep in, usually when the Christmas episodes come around, they are a lot more Christmassy than this. But a lot of times when these Christmas episodes happen, is that it's a lull between, like, we got a break between the end game. So let's give Santa Claus some love real quick. You know what I'm saying? Krampus gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, this episode was mad not Christmassy. Like, mad not Christmassy at all. Like, very end, like, well, your daddy's dead, but buck up, it's Christmas, baby. But Bill was the same way. Bill had they open it like, Merry Christmas. Oh, wait, we're all depressed because, oh, you know, Soichi Isarugi just shitting on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Bloodstar, wook. Shout out to that boy Night Roll, a.k.a. Gentoku, leader of the Grand Squad. It's bleeding over. It's bleeding over. But for real, seriously, I was thinking about it. Like, I was going to sit up here and say, like, you know, why wasn't the episode more? I'm like, when I sit up here and think about Sentai Christmas episodes, the first episode I think of that pop in my head was the episode of Gokaiger. Like, they sat up here and created a ranger for Christmas. But it was an episode celebrating 35 previous Sentais. So if you want to, you can put one half red, one half green. It's I don't know, because I don't know. But that episode of Gokaiger is the first thing I think about when I think about Christmas episodes. Like, even Kamen Rider. Like, XA last year, they dedicated a whole episode to Kruma. But it's like different games. It's like build is in a space where you really can't inject, even though the show is really fun and all that, where you can really inject some Santa Claus in there. The Kyurangers are dealing with a bomb, right? Like, let's take a break from this bomb and let's celebrate the not birthday of Jesus and Santa Claus. Let's just do this, right? Presents and food and stuff. I'm like, man, I want another one of them sandwiches. We'll talk about that later. Regardless, this wasn't, but again, like I said, because of where the show is right now, unless this episode would have been the last episode, and this week's episode would have been like, yo, we having a break. Like, yo, something random's happening. Something on Planet Christmas. See, you would have thought that I would honestly would have thought they would have went with a Planet Christmas. Like Santa Claus, he don't live on Earth, bruh. Santa Claus live on a planet, Holmes. Like, yo, Jork matter them niggas, bruh. They over there on Planet Christmas, sitting up here ruining it for everybody. Little Jimmy's not gonna get his elf toy this year, but here come the Kyurangers to put this work in, and it's like, that's what when I was thinking about Christmas episode for Kyuranger, Planet Christmas. Don't surprise me, there's a V Cinema next year. Kyuranger Revenge, Planet Christmas, and it's like, fine, Planet Christmas. Not except for Holmes. Planet Christmas. Planet Christmas. Planet Christmas. It just rolls right off the tongue. Planet Christmas. Let's be for real before we get up out of here. I talked more about how I talk about the episode than the episode. Because again, the episode, do I really want to use this? Real paint by numbers, right? Because you knew this was going to happen. Like, I talked about this at the beginning. But let's wrap up what it was that I talked about 17 minutes ago. You knew Ashlyn was going to bite it. Madako, even for all her metal titties, she had to hold this L. 12 letters of alphabets. Even though that we do what we do, L still get delivered. L still get delivered. You know, it's been a while since I mentioned L. Madako took an L. Aslan took an L. Lucky took an L. Your daddy dead. Lucky! You ain't lucky no more because your daddy dead. That ain't funny. That last part, that was totally not funny. I went there, but I have to admit, that's not funny in any way. But Lucky held this L. But then Christmas! Oh, and by the way, yo, Jork matter that nigga, A.K. Don on my game, he's a bird because we sipping on some Cuervo. Sipping on some Cuervo. We sipping on Cuervo. So now, when he revealed himself to be Cuervo, and like I said earlier, why in the end game is you hiding stuff? You could have simply turned to them and been like, hey, yo, I got some bad news, Vatos. That's my homie Cuervo over there, Holmes. That boy loco. That boy, he loco for the planetarium. See, you know what? I could have went with that OG Janai. I could have done that. But wait, hold on. Wait. Hold. Wait. Hold up. Nope. Cause I thought I had some. That boy Cuervo loco for the universe. That boy Cuervo loco for the universe. He super evil and you know that. Why didn't Burger tell the squad that? See. And the day was saved. Even though I love Bubbles, she didn't say the day. I did. I love you, Bubbles. You are the bestest. I saved the day today. I saved the day. See, that could have went places, and I just brought it all the way back, allegedly. Yeah. Look, again, this episode was mad predictable. You knew the show was setting up for this. It's like, you really thought that they was going to let a dead man who been dead for like 30-something episodes come back to life and you was going to win? I can't even say that. Let's just say this ain't a Sentai about animals. In general. We not just talk... Okay, let's just say this. I ain't talking about Zyuohger, bro. Even though that end game featured that boy's daddy and I want to forget that show happened. Like, look, Uchu wasn't a bad show. It was an eye show where they had a character dedicated to taking L's. The shark girl and the kitty girl could get the pipe. The lion dude did lion stuff, and the elephant dude was an elephant. And then their leader took L's too. It was a whole movie where the leader of the squad took L's. You remember that? I reviewed it. Everybody, you took L's for 19 minutes. You took L's. Selling Namu. Shut up! No. No. But yeah, there was a Sentai that dealt with daddies. There was a Sentai where the plot was about, where my daddy at? He ain't paying no child support, where this fool at? I need to take him to court. Well, that's not actually what happened, but for the sake of comedy and brevity, that's what happened. Let's just say that. Look, I've been at this way too long about an episode that did 3 things. Well, 4. Okay, before we get up out of here, one more time, let's remember that the things this episode did, right? Aslan, done. Metal Mudako and her metal tits, done. Black Hole Q-Timer, we never seen that again. Oh, and by the way, Don Omega is sipping on some Cuervo. Oh, and Merry Christmas. So it did 5 things. 5. I'm not mad at the show. I'm glad that I could fill 20 minutes with about 5 minutes being my raison d'etre about why it is I do what I do and why I enjoy it. That was great. That was funny. We had laughs. We had fun. We talked about Zyuohger for no reason. We talked about Gokaya and Pirate Christmas Man. I think that was the name of that ranger. Pirate Christmas Man. I don't know. Well, I do know, but for the sake of comedy, let's just pretend I don't, right? Let's just pretend I don't know. Scat. Skittle, skabobble. Class is dismissed. Gone. Get up out of here, because if I say any more, I'll get on that one episode when I start flaming fools live. I don't want to do that, because that's where this is going. So I'm just going to properly dismiss the class. You know what to do with them lab coats. Make sure they in your cubby holes. Enjoy lunch and recess. Just stay out of trouble. Stay away from the L experiment. Still in litigation. We are not going to pay nobody. We think our lawyers are working on that. You know it is. The one and only Professor L, live in the LAB, live on Team GRF TV. And I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. The only thing that I can say at this point, as you scat, skittle, and skabobble and get to lunch and recess, is Super Say the Chain!